Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man. We got the boy Charlie back in the building. We got another round of the demon known as David. New information from previous video that we did. Speaking of regarding to his arrest, this is after the court proceedings, the new court proceedings, and the new information that has came out. But it seems like there's always new information that's steadily coming out. And I think I had the conversation with you. I don't think this is either one or two things. I feel like with this case. This case is going to be very drawn out, where his lawyer's going to be like, okay, we got a lot we working with. Well, three things. We got a lot we're working with, so they're going to draw it out. It's going to be kind of similar to the YMW Melly, where it's super, super drawn out. Or it's going to be very quick, similar to the Diddy situation, where within like an 8-month time period, this is now the trial. Or I feel like it's so much evidence, he has no other choice but to plead guilty. I think it's going to be those three. But the fourth, which is going to be a loophole, he's going to tell that somebody else has some type of involvement with it. And we all, whoa. But that's the loophole, twist, flip, all, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's either one of those three, though.
Yeah.
Did you see him pleading?
Now, no. But when things start coming out, if it's like starting to not go however he imagined it to go, then possibly.
Because I'll say this, I do feel like if he does decide to take it to trial, I think that would be the worst thing for him. Yeah. Because life is no longer on the table. I think he takes it to trial and they push for the DP. Yeah. He most definitely would get the DP. And you know what the DP is without me having to say it. But that's how I feel. But hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, you got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it in with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get it. Let's check this out. Let's see what's about, y'all.
Hey there. Just wanted to share
Charlie.
the latest in the David murder case. This has been something I've been actively following. I know I've already made 2 videos about the case since his arrest, and, well, time to make it a trilogy because I think it's important to cover this. There were a lot of people, and still, even in the face of everything I'm about to tell you that was brought up today from the prosecution, there are still a lot of people that are fighting tooth and nail, raising their shield to defend David, still believing with their whole heart and 2 neurons that he was framed and is actually a victim in all of this as well because he had nothing to do with the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a child whom David was dating, by the way. And the Dummies for David movement always likes to, bury that one as quickly as possible. He's homeschooled, so he didn't know. And he's just a little zany. He's a little quirky. He had no idea. That's bad. It's fucking lunacy to be acting like he's some blameless angel in all of this, in spite of all of the evidence that the public has access to. If you bother to do any amount of research on this case with just the information that is readily available to you right at your fingertips right now, all of it points to only one person who is most likely responsible for her murder, and that person is David. And
like I said, only thing is, it'll be a damn. Because I think some of us do have not saying that he's not guilty. I'm not saying it, but an inkling that did he do this 100% by himself with him constantly having other people around? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And could I see other people helping and enablers? That's what I'm talking about. Him having enablers, because I do feel like all these people have these celebrities that do crimes do have enablers, especially when you've been doing certain crimes for years. In the R. Kelly situation, I felt like he had a lot of enablers. A lot of people to help him orchestrate, do what he was doing. Diddy also, we seen he had enablers, people that was helping him orchestrate his operation. This we've seen, bro. I think now I've seen 3. Celeste and 2 undisclosed. Well, one girl did say her name and everything. I don't know how factual that is. I had to look further into it. But she said she talked to David around the same time. If you follow the dates that David was talking to Celeste.
Not the one that actually spoke with the police, but another one that has
Yes, another one that has came out and made I guess she made a Reddit post. Nothing's factual about that. You will have to fact check it and get more, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, at this point, there's 3 that are littles that shouldn't have had access. He shouldn't have had access to them. That, you know what I'm saying? Or do I need to make it clear? I said
I was just trying to follow you because you went from talking about the enablers to then talking about them. So
what I'm saying is, you got too many people that's then all these people are saying they are spending time together with you.
So you said all these people around. There's no way that y'all didn't know that this was.
Yes,
got you.
Because you're a celebrity. You've been a celebrity since you were at your top 10 years. Yeah. You was signed into the industry. You're going to these. You have you have a close manager. You having an entourage. You having all this stuff. Somebody seeing something, but also we seen Celeste even at the concerts backstage. We seen her in a photo with his younger brother.
But like I say, like I agree.
Y'all ain't checking IDs.
I agree. Like as far as like people being around, and like you telling me there's like no way that you didn't know, and you know what I'm saying. But also, like I keep saying, like as far as in court, we can sit on the internet all day and say, but it's all about what you can prove in court. So
now, as of today, we're getting even more new information, and it is fucking disgusting. They already mentioned a couple days ago that the prosecution has 40 terabytes here in this case against David. 40 fucking terabytes is an unfathomable amount of anything. And just a moment ago, they dropped like their first teaser as to what some of this new information looks like. The prosecution alleges that they found a significant amount of child on David's phone.
Story number 2. A hearing just wrapped up for singer David in his first-degree murder case.
The prosecution revealed details about disturbing digital evidence. Let's get to CBS LA's Rick Montanez with what we learned in court today. Rick, what are you hearing?
Amy, Chris, the hearing just wrapped up within the half hour here, and cameras were not allowed in court, but I can tell you that the defendant, David Burke, was in court today in shackles and wearing that orange jumpsuit. The biggest new piece of evidence revealed, prosecutors say a significant amount of found on Burke's cell phone.
Now, I imagine that isn't just some baseless claim from the prosecution. They probably have all of that evidence as part of their 40 terabytes here that they will be providing to the court. There's still a lot of processing that they are going through right now because there is so much that they have gathered in this case over the last 7 months. But now they are...
And what's also insane is the fact that they said there's so much where the images, they can't depict. They can
determine
who is who. They said
there's so much.
Yeah. And when they said that, I said, oh, shit. Because, I had told you, I was like, they're dating. I'm like, high chance possible he had images of her. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, when they start saying all that, I said, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this dude really into?
Some sick stuff.
And what the fuck has he been into?
Some sick stuff.
And what's so weird is a lot of people who were hanging around him, were doing things, and were trying to benefit off of his likeness at one time before, are now trying to act like they had no kind of.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, come on, bro, because it's never came to light. Y'all would
Yeah.
still be
Facts.
and I'm like, so, and then y'all trying to act like I never seen anything. I was no.
Yeah.
Like
stating
no.
they have evidence that there was a significant amount of on David's device.
We also want to point out that this all happens one day after the medical examiner's report became public. That is the report on the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The report says, or I should say the family of Rivas Hernandez is absolutely devastated to learn the gruesome details of Rivas Hernandez.
I know we was talking about the wounds the other day. Me and you were. Yeah, left, right. So, yeah.
Absolutely devastated to learn the gruesome details contained in that write-up. That's according to a family statement. So this report says the 14-year-old girl died of sharp force trauma, but the autopsy was difficult because of the severe decomposition of her dismembered body when it was found in the singer's abandoned Tesla last September.
The autopsy revealed the grisly nature of her killing, it being sharp objects, and then it was mentioned why it was so difficult for them to figure out what actually killed her. It's because her body was chopped up and decomposing in the fucking trunk of this monster's car. So it made it difficult for the autopsy to definitively say what the cause of death was. And since the autopsy brought this information to light, people have been going through David's music and music videos and noticing some really fucking haunting shit in there. Most notably with the anime video he made for his song Rehab, where there is a character in there that bears a lot of similarity to Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
The only thing I'll say is, when I go back, and so since we now know the date of her untimely departure from this world, right? I try to go back and match the visuals from that point into what visuals did he put out before, after. You know what I'm saying? Now, anything prior, I try not to kind of, because if you want to lean into that, then you can lean into the premeditation of everything. That he always had this envision of the way, which is even more sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I hope you didn't put out something a year or so prior, and you always had this envision of of removing her from this life, and you know, because I looked at the music video. It was way before, I think, she passed. I forgot which one it was.
Is it the one he just mentioned?
What was the title?
Rehab.
Okay. And if we just look at the date, she passed a year ago. Rehab came out 2 years. Let me see. Just click on it and pause it real quick. I don't want to play music, but it came out September. Oh shit! Fuck. Well, we do know he was in communication with her around that time, but we know the essence of when was her birthday again?
I was just about to say, I think there was. I didn't want to say because I wasn't sure, but I think because I remember. And
we all do know that they were in communication when this video came out. He drops. I do know he has dropped several songs on her birthday.
Yeah.
And I know some people was like, that's just a coincidence, man. That has no correlations to.
And granted,
that's art.
It could be just a coincidence. Man. But I feel like with certain people,
so
I feel like,
many though.
I feel like a lot of things are very thought out and strategic with it. So I mean, you have your thoughts. I have my thoughts.
Cause let me see. When this one come out? Also.
I know, yeah. I don't think that that's a coincidence, but whatever.
Now it makes you want to go, what all joints did he put out on this day? It's just like...
It's crazy.
Now, the music video came out in 2023, but David met Celeste as early as 2022. And in this music video...
And I'll say this, with that part. When did they actually start communicating? Now I really want to know. Mm-hmm. Like, can we find some type of indication records of when did they actually start communicating? Because we do know the Discord when he was like, Celeste in here, that was in 2022, and it wasn't. I forgot. But I'm like, I think it was at the end of September of 2020. I forgot.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I in my mind, I don't know about everybody else. We all got our own mindsets, our own thought process. I think they met on some kind of platform way before. Mm-hmm. And they had been in the communications. He probably told her who he was. Hey, I have a Discord. This is when hey, it's Celeste here to make sure she got the right Discord. That's the reason why. But I feel like they was in communication before then.
Yeah.
What about... Do you?
You know something?
Y'all let me know in the comments.
I mean, yeah, y'all let him know. For me, I don't want to necessarily say.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Yeah, I get that. Because I don't know. I'm all about what I can see and what I can prove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we all got thoughts beyond what we can prove. And those are my thoughts. I said we all got thoughts beyond what we can prove.
But I think that complicates things. And that makes things, like... Especially since right now we're in, the court proceedings and in the beginning of things. Yeah. And a lot of people on the internet with their thoughts and opinions about things that are not...
Factual.
Not necessarily that it's not factual, but things that you can't prove. Something can be factual, but it's all about, and you have people that...
But that part I don't think that part can jeopardize anything.
No, I don't think it'll jeopardize, but I don't know. We've had the conversation in private, and I said it's a possibility that he did meet her before. He could have just met her at the beginning of 2022, but it could have been the end of 2021. You know what I'm saying? It could have been, don't know. Exactly. But we've had the conversation and I was like, possibly, it's a possibility that he did meet her before 2022. Somewhere, somehow, on some platform. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what it would have been on some type of online sighting or, whatever. But yeah.
That's why y'all, like, all parents, I'm sure parents are coming across this story, are coming across this. Be aware of what your child is doing, especially when it comes down to online activities. Just because it's a platform you feel like, oh, this is made for kids, doesn't mean that only kids are participating in these platforms. Yeah. Especially a lot of these games and things like that. Yeah. Just know what your kids are doing. Don't just, hey, as long as they ain't making... Because you never know. We've seen time and time again, so many disturbing people are accessing these platforms, accessing these games for sole premises of luring these innocent kids into their sick trap.
Yeah.
Met Celeste as early as 2022, and in this music video, David cuts off that character's arm and then throws a sword which stabs her in the stomach, killing her. In real life, Celeste had her body chopped into pieces and stuffed into bags, thrown in a trunk, and the autopsy revealed that her cause of death was sharp objects through the torso, notably her upper abdomen and hitting her liver. Now, of course, I have no doubt that none of that is going to be used in court in any way, shape, or form by the prosecution. I imagine they have far more solid evidence to be bringing to court in that 40 terabytes. I don't think they'll be using, like, similarities from the music video versus what actually happened, or, video clips that exist where he's saying some crazy shit. I imagine they're going to be going for, like, completely irrefutable things that you can't just write off as a coinky-dink or something like that. But I wanted to mention it because it really does feel like David was just leaving breadcrumbs in his music to the sick and twisted person that he is.
True.
And that he had this, like, murderous intent. It's fucking sickening stuff.
On Monday, he pled not guilty to the capital murder charges. We spoke with a former federal prosecutor just a short time ago here on CBS LA Mornings about this new evidence revealed in today's hearing and the fact that David's phone, according to prosecutors, contains.
And obviously, we don't know if it's Celeste Rivas's images and videos or something else, but that is a significant offense. Obviously, it helps prosecutors prove the sex crimes, the lewd and lascivious, Penal Code Section 288, but it's also a separate crime in and of itself. And it's certainly the possibility that the feds even step into this case because they typically will prosecute these types of cases.
It is extremely serious, and this is new information that's been brought forth from the prosecution here. And the fact that they are bringing this as evidence in this case must mean that they have irrefutable proof that on David's device, he had that material. I have no idea how the David defenders will even begin to wrestle with that in mental gymnastics, some kind of excuse there, like, he was just holding it for somebody else. He's been framed again. They put it there. They framed him for the murder, now they're framing him with... I have no idea how they could even begin to tackle that one. Because even though it hasn't been proven yet, the fact that the prosecution is even putting this forward means they must be able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that, yeah, his phone had on it. So that's the newest piece of information that's been brought up. Now, as mentioned, they are still going through a lot of processing for a lot of digital evidence that they have compiled. So in a week, I believe about a week, it's going to go back with both sides, and they're going to discuss if they need even more time about, going to a capital murder trial. So as of right now, we don't have everything being brought forth yet, but it is beginning and it's moving fast. The process is underway and it is moving very quickly. So I guess we'll know more in a week, but I just wanted to give you this update here because that new allegation coming to light here is once again another disgusting development here in the David case. Anyway, praying for justice for Celeste here. I truly don't see a world where David is innocent at all.
Nah.
And anyway, that's really about it. So, yeah.
Not at all.
So that's the thing. I don't think he's innocent at all.
No.
But I also think there's others that are guilty with him.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, because even having knowledge of it, to me, it makes you guilty. Like, knowledge of even at any source of the involvement between them two. Even if you just say, yeah, I seen him with her before. I didn't ask any questions because one of my, because she was even around the family. That's,
yeah.
And the parents, I'm kind of side-eyeing y'all because I'm like, especially when the video of the little brother, you know what I'm saying? And we also forgot about the fact that the reports of him even having, what is it called? What is it?
Barricade.
But it's an incinerator at his home. I'm like, what further plans? Because I do feel like he had further plans for when he got home. If he didn't get caught, if that didn't happen, I do feel like he had further plans of destroying.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. Y'all spin us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comments down below, man. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go over the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar.